Okay, well, I don't have a whole lot of time this morning, but we'll do what we can in the time that we have left. I had a student who was here taking a makeup test. Makeups generally don't go well for most students because they get really, I'm silently listening. They get, they really don't keep up with what was happening and do a good, you know, check and review. Trying to see if this light will do better, but maybe not. Looks feels kind of dark. Um, but anyway, she took it and then didn't want me to make light of the fact that the grade wasn't going to be so great. But anyway, good morning, everybody. We don't have a lot of time. My birthday was really good yesterday. Thanks for asking, Tanya. I got to hang out a little bit by myself. Usually on my birthdays, I take the time to I usually take the time to I take the day off, which I didn't this time because I was off. I wasn't really off last week. I just wasn't in the classroom last week because I was off teaching from home. So I didn't take the day off, which usually I do that. Usually my birthday is like a me day. Can everybody hear me? I hope everybody can hear me. My birthday is like a me day where I basically take the time and do what I want to do.
See, y'all probably can't hear me. I'm just talking away. Um, oh, Lady T says yes. Okay. So usually I like take the day to just do what I want to do, whether that's just drift around or, whatever. It's my day. I do what I want to do on that day. I do stuff for me, yada, yada. Used to be, there was a time that all of that really be like, I won't say focused around food, but it was primarily, it included the things I wanted to do, the things I wanted to eat, kind of all the stuff I wanted to do for me. Um, well, my life has adjusted a bit, so food is no longer can no longer be the focus. So I had to do some other things. Anyway, one of my things I had to do yesterday was go to the doctor. So I did go to the doctor. My doctor gave me a thumbs up after surgery. I had surgery a couple weeks ago, and the doctor gave me a thumbs up, said I was on the road to recovery real nice, and that was good. I went and did a little bit of shopping. Um, I wanted to buy some tennis shoes, so I went to the Nike outlet. That proved to be fruitless. The shoes I found probably meant I didn't need any more, but I didn't find any that worked for me. And then on the way back, my husband was like, "Well, the kids want to go out to dinner," so I was like, "Well, So anyway, we ended up going to Red Lobster. In case you haven't tried it yet, I'm not sure if you are a Red Lobster fan. Y'all know Outback is my spot, but I wanted to get some seafood because seafood would be soft. Um, so I went to Red Lobster and we tried I tried, my husband actually ate most of it, but the salmon New Orleans. Generally, I don't order salmon out away from home either because I cook salmon at home and I like the way I cook it at home. But I ordered this salmon New Orleans. It came with, the salmon very nicely cooked. It wasn't dry at all. It had shrimp on it and it had this like pico de gallo thing on it. It was like in a garlic butter reduction. It was really good. It was really good. And I got baked potato and broccoli. So it was, the food was delicious basically. If you haven't never tried it, think about it. Salmon New Orleans. It was so worth it. I almost got the flounder, but it was stuffed and I was like, I mean, stuffing is a hit or miss sometimes, right? So um the salmon New Orleans was something and I have leftovers for tonight. Yes. So we ate that. My children came in a pair of shoes. I was looking at some Jordan ones, retros, and I mentioned them. I had mentioned to my son a couple months ago that I wanted these green and white ones because I had a green and white outfit, green and black outfit, but I wanted the green and white tennis shoes. And I mentioned it kind of in passing. So turns out my son, when I mentioned them in passing, he went and ordered them. So that was my birthday gift yesterday. I was so pleased to have those. I didn't find any shoes for myself because the Lord knew I had shoes coming that weren't going to cost me a thing. So that's what I did yesterday. Had a really good day. Yesterday, my birthday was great. And February 29th babies are having their birthday today. So happy leap year birthday to all of you. All right, let me run. Don't forget, we are running. We're going to pick up, I'll come back around to it, but we are going to start the options for 1 3 day challenge. If you know people or your people who need to be a part or want to be a part of the 3-day challenge, then make sure that you get registered to do that. Let's talk about Adam. Adam says no time wasted for SPX with PCE kicking things off. 5078 was the first target yet again today, as long as 5056 held, and we just tagged it. Same drill as always, lock in part gains here, let a runner work for the rest of the day. No greed. Y'all, can y'all see this? Yeah, y'all can see this. No greed. 5092 is next up, then 5096.98, and 5064 is now support. If you're doing XSP, you got up to 510. You can go up to the call and maybe down to 506. Okay. Be careful. PCE data, as I understand it, came in pretty good. So that's why I think things may be moving in the upwards direction. Again, as we always say, we want to trade what we see. Don't be trading stuff like trade what you see. This is the market is hard to, you know, trace and test and all the good things. So you just make sure that you trade what you see. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. We had some earnings. As I understand it, Mara's earnings did not turn out all that great. So I think their earnings were fine, but they ended up having a big drop back since they had earnings. So keep that in mind as you're going with that. I'm going to show, I'll put Mara on this screen over here. In the pre-market, it was down and it may continue to be a little bit, but you know what? It may just be a buy the dip, baby. Is Mara actually it has hit a support at 28 and it's climbing. It's climbing back up to where it closed yesterday. I want to say it closed. My chart has all kind of stuff on it. I'm testing out some stuff, so that's why my chart is loaded. I'm really hoping that I can come up with some stuff in the midst of this that is going something I can show the community. But I gotta test it out first. Don't be taking nothing to my community that I hadn't tried to run a little bit on my own. Looks like the close yesterday was at 31 and some change, and we're now back almost at 30. So Mara may do its thing. You just, there was a high expectation for Mara because it's in the Bitcoin space and all that stuff that's going on. So um yeah, there's that. Yahoo Finance says Fed's preferred inflation gauge hits the lowest since March 2021. U.S. futures turns green as key Fed inflation gauge keeps cooling. Record highs across S&P 500 signal a broadening in the rally. Um, that's kind of what's going on with that, okay? If you got something that you want me to say or look at, definitely you need to put in the comments. I told you my time is going to be limited because I still got to go teach the pre-calculus babies at 10 o'clock. And I got to get over there to the classroom. We got a test next week, so every time we get ready to have tests, I get on high alert, they get on high alert, and I want to make sure I deliver what they need. I want to make sure that they're paying attention. I think they want to make sure that they're paying attention. It just causes a whole lot of extra stress. Doesn't help that this is the first semester I'm actually teaching pre-calc here with this book. So I feel like always right at the ball, like you're not behind the ball, but I'm not ahead of the ball yet either. It's like I'm right at it. And then any wrong, juggle and the ball's gonna fall. And that's not what no, that's not how I function. No, no, no. Okay. So in the pre-market, Dow is green, so is S&P, and so is the Nasdaq futures. All the futures are green. Oil and U.S. 10-year bonds are red. As far as our meeting minutes and stuff went today's Thursday, right? Core PCE data came in point 0.4. They was previously at point 0.1, which was red, and they anticipated point 0.4, and it came in right there. Unemployment claims are up a little higher than they anticipated. 209,000 was anticipated or forecasted, but we're at 215,000. So we're not quite where we need to be for unemployment, but seems like this PCE data seem to be a bigger thing than the unemployment claims. Personal income, we got some, those happened this morning. Looks like both of those turned out to be okay. At 9:45, we've got Chicago PMI. It's an orange folder. Pending home sales, orange folder. Natural gas storage, FOMC member Bostic are speaking, yellow folders. That's at 10:30 and 10:50. G20 meetings, day 2 of those are happening today. Is why it says orange. It probably should say red. Anytime you get a whole bunch of country people together and they're talking, it's just an opportunity for something to go boom. And it's orange folders. But keep that in mind that something can be said and the market can turn left hard. At 1:15 we got FOMC member Mester is going to speak as an orange voter, and at 8 tonight, Williams is going to speak, but that's after the market has closed. Okay, yesterday S&P closed at 50.69. That's where it closed yesterday. This is probably going to start to bog down because I'm running too many charts at one time. But let's look at what SPX did yesterday. If you're making comments right now, I cannot see them just yet. Give me a minute and I will see the comments. This was yesterday's price action. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Yesterday's price action kind of hung in the, why does this keep showing? Okay. Yesterday's price action, we had a bit, this was our first candle in the morning, right? 15 minute, it broke out going to the upside. So we opened at 50.64. We went up as high as this candle has a high of 50.77. So about 13 more. That's not a big jump, right? It went up here, dipped back, went back up to the same spot again, and then pulled back. So this yesterday turns out it would have been a good day for uh, I excuse me, for iron condors, but um you don't ever know that until the day's over. Pretty much you don't really know what it's going to do until it actually gets later in the day and the premiums start to dry up. You're like, well, the premiums have all dried up. What's the deal? Okay, that's what yesterday looked like. Today looks like we may have a gap up open, and that'll of course be good too. We looked at earnings. I'm gonna go back here and bring this back to the stage. Our earnings last night, which was Marathon, which I said was Mara, Snowflake. Keep an eye on Snowflake. That seemed to be one that seemed to be popping up in conversations a lot. Salesforce, AMC. Wonder what AMC did. Somebody go check AMC and see if it made a pop on those earnings. C3 AI hopefully made a pop. Paramount, Ion, Ion Q, which another one that was being talked about. Weight Watchers and HP. This morning, sorry, didn't mean to change the screen. We had Celsius, Canadian Natural, Best Buy reported this morning, Birkenstock, and Six Flags, Bath and Body Works. Um, that's all reported this morning. Aftermarket today, let's see what Soundhound is going to report aftermarket today. Fisker, Dale. Soundhound made a good run earlier this week. I made a few dollars off Soundhound Monday and Tuesday, I think it was. But there seemed to be a good little opportunity. Check it out for yourself. Again, nothing. This is ever any investment advice. I really just say go kind of take a look at it. If you see something of interest, then let's talk about it. We got Dale, Ginkgo Bioworks, Autodesk, Viva, Hewlett Packard, Green Brick, and then tomorrow before open, we're gonna have Plug, Fubo, Tidewater. Looks like something else. That's about all the ones that would be of significant interest. I shared Adam's numbers. This is our list of trades. I wanted to mention the options 411 for newbies 3-day challenge is open for registration March 13th through the 15th. Of course, if you're a member of mine, then these things are like you're automatically grandfathered in. If you're not a person who's in my membership, then it's something that will require registration. AMC is up 3.4% yesterday and down 8.2% in pre-market. Yeah. AMC loves to be down around the $4 mark. It just loves to be at the $4. Like, let me see if I can go get AMC on the chart. Not there. Not you, baby. AMC likes hanging out around. Even when they did a 10 for 1 combine or whatever, it still did the same thing. It likes to be there. So it had earnings aftermarket yesterday, which it just dropped off. It was up in the 4.99. This AMC just seems to like this area. Really does seem to like this area. Somebody said, no, there was another earnings thing. I was gonna do C3 AI. I think it's just AI. Yeah, there it is on the ticker. Well, that has made a good little jump. This is C3 AI's earnings. It made a good little pop, and it's still hanging out up there in the 34. AI is the talk right now. Doesn't mean that, all of them will do what they're doing, but, some of them are going to be, I won't say stand out, but just know that some are going to do a little bit different than others. There we go. Some are going to do different than others. Hmm. Pfizer. Let's put it on the daily chart. Excuse me. Looks like we've got some resistance up here at the 27 area, and we've got some support. Nope, I want a horizontal line. There we go. We've got some support at 2689, and we've got some resistance up here at 2766. And it seems like Pfizer has been kind of in between this zone for a minute. So, not investment advice, but it may provide opportunity for you to do an iron condor, which is where you can do a call credit spread up here and a put credit spread down here. Today's Thursday. Thursdays are really good days to do credit spreads for the next day. As long as you can get the premiums you want, don't necessarily shortchange yourself on the premiums. But if you can get the premiums that you want, maybe opportunity for you to go ahead and get a few dollars on the iron condor, because if it, the whole thought is that it will stay in the middle. You want to check your strikes, maybe look at 26 or 26.5, and then look at 27.5 or 28 to see if you can get what you're looking for out of both sides. Okay, I don't see it as trending one way or the other. It does have higher lows, so if I was going to look at a trend, it's probably upwards, because it, even from back here, we do have a trend line where it was maybe here and then it's gone through here. So it is trending upwards, not hard, but maybe do your put credit spread. And then this is kind of trending down. So we got a trend. We're actually going both ways. Okay, it's maybe going to stay between those two blue lines and do its thing. And then, of course, it will try to break out. But you only got one more day. You can keep it in between these trend lines and look at your numbers on the call credit spread side and the put credit spread side. You're going to be okay. Um, Crowd, I think, was the other one that Janae mentioned. Good morning, everybody. I didn't say all my good mornings, but I did see some people are here. Appreciate you. Always appreciate y'all hanging out with me in the morning, even when I'm late, because I'm actually going to change my office hours to be after the morning, because I'm going to have to shift to teach a later class starting the second 8 weeks. So I won't have morning office hours. I'll have little afternoon ones, and that'll make sure my mornings are clear. All right. So CrowdStrike, I'm on the daily. Looks like we have uh, some earnings right in here. Is the black easier to see than the white? I'm actually thinking that the black is not that easy to see. Let me change it to light, see if we can see something different. There we go. I kind of like the light better. It's not as good on my eyes, but this little area right here is a gap between like 290 something, 292 and 300 is a gap from below. But if I was looking at support, I see support in the 318 area. Right in here, there is some support in the 318. Make this a little bit bigger, just in case somebody got, older eyes like mine. Support at the 318 area, resistance up here at the top of this range, which is about 340. Resistance up here, 337, 340. And it does seem to be going up. So there's a gap that it gapped up this morning. Speaking of which, if you've got credit spreads and they're ready to close today, close them, right? Don't hang on to stuff you don't have to hold on to. If it's gotten down to where you've gotten 80% of your profit, 90% of your profit, 75% of your profit, go ahead and close that trade up. Don't hold out like I'm just going to wait, because tomorrow the whole thing can turn and your good trade today cannot be a good trade tomorrow. So if you've got a good trade on that you can close off today, then go ahead and close that off. Okay, I see CrowdStrike if you want to support maybe under 318, but definitely Again, maybe a good opportunity for a put credit spread for tomorrow, but you want to do your due diligence. Make sure you do your checking. I think Janae was the one who asked. Make sure you do your checking and see what's going on there. Whatever you did is much clearer. Yeah, I changed it to white, which white is better, I think, when we're doing during the day and on that call. We looked at Pfizer, we looked at CrowdStrike. Um, yeah, Air Force Ones. But I saw a pair. I was like, "Oh, I want those." I just wonder why they cost so much. Hello, not the thick ones. I don't like those thick sole ones. I like the retros where the sole is not so thick. All righty. Whew, that was a lot. Let me see. I covered. Let me make sure I didn't leave anything off of the. Nope. Tonight, if you're in the small account challenge, we're going to have our Q&A session this evening at 7. We were going to do it last night, but I ended up doing birthday stuff. So we're going to do it this evening at 7. So plan to be available. Yeah, I think she was too. Um, Plan to be available at 7 o'clock this evening, and we're going to talk about the small account challenge, how we're going to close out strong. We're going to close out strong, strong on that. If you're in my community, look for that meeting. Okay. Don't forget, we are still going left for this year. We're making this money this year, and part of what you're going to do to help make this money this year, you're going to have to stay focused. We're gonna have to stay focused. We can't be all over the place. Okay, that's gonna be the key. This my screen is so very dark. I usually turn this way, and it's lighter. But anyway, um, let's do our declaration. I declare I'm a great trader. I declare I'm a successful trader. I declare I'm a focused trader. I declare my wins exceed my losses. My account is growing more and more each week. I'm a wise and knowledgeable trader. I always make smart and lucrative decisions for my portfolios. I declare I'm a level headed trader who does not trade my emotions. I do want to say, too, I said yesterday, but I want to say in here in my public forum, thank you to all who chose to bless me with the Cash App and a Zelle and or whatever you sent to bless me. I really appreciate that you know, thought enough of me to share your goods with me, to share your resources with me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I received them all, and I'm very, very grateful that you saw fit to send me a little chicka change. I love it. Okay. Our prayer, Lord, is you who gives us the power to get wealth. You teach our hands to war with the purpose of establishing your kingdom. Help us today to trade wisely and strategically in order to fulfill this purpose. Give us more than enough so we can have what we need and enough to be a blessing to others. In Jesus' name, amen. 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 Okay. Um, I'm going to shut us down here so I can go and teach the world. I will definitely see you in the market. If you're in my community, then feel free to reach out to me in our Telegram or via email. All right. I will talk to you soon. Don't forget, like and subscribe to the channel, hit your notification bell, all those good things, as well as sign up for the Options 411 3-day challenge if you're interested in that. All right, everybody. I'll see you in the market. Have a good green day. Let's stay green and get this money.